Now we're fucking back. Holy shit. Okay. It's been 3 years. Time has happened. And we're back to play some fucking Warhammer. So let's do it. This is gonna be kind of a guide and learning playthrough because I have not played Tamurkhan too much. I've played him a little bit, but not to a full campaign long victory. So let's go ahead and do it. Don't really know how long I'm gonna stream for or how long this stream in particular is gonna stream for, but we're gonna try to do what we can do with this guy. And I'm a big fan of the Nurgle faction. Let's go back here. Yeah, so I've done a bit.
Lord of Disease.
I have not played it.
My work is of vital importance. A world drowned in rot is no mere
Obviously
dream.
the DLC board. In depth than the other ones. Kugath was obviously the first Nurgle lord that they released for in Total War Warhammer 3. Tamurkhan came in the DLC, and Epidemius is a free DLC lord. So Tamurkhan's got the most trinkets and tools at his disposal. So let's jump in and see how the campaign goes. And I am not Legend of Total War. I am not an expert at this at all whatsoever, but I do enjoy playing this game. I'll go into the settings here and show you we are on normal campaign difficulty, normal battle difficulty. We do have an endgame scenario here. Let's move that up a little bit so we have a little bit more time to work with. Somewhere in between turn. Let's do 150 to 200. Somewhere in there. Okay. And yeah, we'll jump right in. That is the normal shit. New campaign.
Summon the Elector Counts!
Back to Nurgle.
Warlord
He
of
has
Nurgle!
his unique
Conqueror
heroes,
of
units,
Chaos.
abilities, 10% all armies, that's huge. Recruitment health, 10% for all non-demonic units. That's the entire faction, so you really want to play heavily on your non-demonic units. I don't think Pestigors count as demonic units. I know Rot Knights don't. These guys, I'm not 100% on, but the other three, the Ogres and the Chaos Warriors, obviously are not demonic. So that's what you want to focus heavily with demonic units, as far as I know. You don't want to focus on demonic units super heavily. Again, Tamurkhan himself gets 5 melee attack from non-demonic units in his army, and immune psychology for those same type of units in his army as well. He gets a nice augment ability and recovery time. So let's jump in and see what we can do with these guys. I got my coffee. We're going to be up for a little bit tonight. I've got to be up in the morning at a decent time, but meh. Figured we'd play some Warhammer, get a stream going, and try to get a little bit progressed in this campaign. I know in this campaign, you start in the tippy top of the map, kind of right next to Archaon. He's like your biggest neighbor. He's not going to be much of a problem for us in this game.
From the farthest.
I've seen it. Let's see this. Got it. Okay. Are gonna want to recruit that guy for sure. And we don't have 7 dominance yet, so basically the way you get that, I think, is you get 1 from killing this army and 1 from taking the city.
No man can kill them as promised.
So we
with
start
us.
out with 200 infections. What I've found
The tide of Nurgle will
to be the
roll
best way
over
to do
this
this
land.
campaign
Nurgle's
is to use 7
champion.
units. We're gonna get 2 plague bearers. We're gonna get the beast and these guys.
So many true
I like
veteran
to combine
followers.
these so you can
Son of the sickly winds.
I thought we got both plague toads. We didn't get both plague toads. Okay, that's fine.
Warlord and conqueror.
This is basically your army that you have to work with.
An ogre
You
lives
want
for
to
a
kind of
great
leave these guys in
carapace
the back
indeed.
and not really use them unless you absolutely have to.
Magador.
This guy's got 7 units in his army, so basically
Favorite of
his
Nurgle.
7 units against his 7 units.
You are not
We're gonna go
to be.
and just straight up
Lygots camp.
fight this battle. Quick save it in case I really mess up, but I've done this battle a couple of times, and I think we should be fine. So we'll jump in. And so they always start over here. So what I like to do is grab the majority of your army, these guys, just put them out here for now. These 2, since we just recruited them, and with Nurgle they always start at about half health, maybe a little bit less. We're going to leave them in the back here so they don't take any damage. We basically just want them to heal up. Pestigors, you really want to be targeting the Marauders or the Hunters. Marauder Hunters with the Pestigors.
Warriors of Nurgle.
Warriors will be fighting against anything. Ogres, the Rat Knights will be fighting against anything. So what I like to do
Consider
this
it now.
battle is
Warriors of Nurgle.
let's take the Chaos Warriors. Fanning out a little bit right there. Pestigors. I don't want to. They do have Vanguard deployment, so you can come up here if you really want to. I don't like to do that because this army starts with a couple range units. Not a couple, just the one here, just the Marauder Hunters. But they're not very good against the Trolls. Those Trolls are going to be a problem for the Pestigors, so we want to keep them away from the Trolls as much as we can. So right about there is good.
Taliban of Nurgle.
Plague Bearers, same deal. Kind of, they're also slower units. We'll kind of go over each of that here too. Plague Bearers, 27 speed, very slow. 28 speed, Chaos Warriors, very slow. And then Ogres, 48 speed. Rock Knights, 71 speed. That's about this here. So the terrain is actually slowing us down a little bit with the Rot Knights. I have taken the Rot Knights up over this way, back around this corner, and used them to flank. And that works pretty well, but it takes a long time for them to get through that. And then they get very tired by the time they engage the Ice Trolls, or the Norskin Trolls. So I guess we'll do that method, just to kind of show you how to start out with these guys. We'll use the Plague Ogres as like a flanking unit, and the Rot Knights as like a very far flanking unit.
Spreading
Rot Knights
destruction.
here. Same deal with these 3
We
guys.
are the
They are very
foul.
slow. They're gonna reform. Now that they know the AI is expecting you to form up over here, where you started. Oops. So we're going to just push these guys ahead.
Filth shall
Out
prevail.
those Marauder Hunters. Those are going to be your first target for the rockets. And then these guys will catch up pretty quickly. We'll go ahead and start shoving them upwards. Kind of in a flank position. And yeah, typically this guy is a sorcerer of fire, but his fireballs won't hit your units. They usually get stuck here in this area. Sometimes he gets lucky and hits you, which is not good for a Nurgle unit.
This way!
Any Nurgle unit, really. Let's see. They hit Tamurkhan, but he'll be...
Son of Nurgle!
So our Rot Knights are in position. We'll go ahead and push it better here. And the Pestigors, you really kind of just want to have some engaging on their own. They will get fucked up. So let's go ahead and start these guys here.
Warriors of Nurgle!
You guys can actually go that way. I should have actually put
Tamukhan!
you want Tamurkhan to target their board, and your Plague Ogres can target these here. Rot Knights are going to position. We'll go ahead and start.
That's going on! Nurgle!
That's going to be here.
Desolation through Nana!
That'll be fine. That'll really help out everything else too, honestly.
When do we eat?
They did pretty good. The Rot Knights are in the flank, so let's pull your Plague Ogres out. You want them to use those.
Nurgle's favorite! Maggot Lord! Crush and bleed! For Nurgle!
Alright, here we go! These guys,
Gosh out, boys! For sure! Urge to divide!
So our Rot Knights are running down. The Ice Trolls here. Those Ice Trolls are pretty low. The main things you want Tamurkhan. So far, his speed is 28. Tamurkhan's a little bit slower because he's a little bit winded. Still a little bit faster than this guy. You can also slow down everybody else if you want to. Maybe we can catch these guys with that. Maybe not. Maybe not. So the Lord's dead. That's the big thing. You want him to die. There's one Marauder left in this. We can kill the rest of these trolls, I think, now that we've kind of cornered them and stopped them from running away. Those Marauder, that single Marauder might get away from us, but that's okay. We've got the most
The will!
XP we could out of that. And you can always fast forward the battle. You can bring these guys in. Now that they're not really going to take too much damage, since the enemy's not going to fight back. See, they instantly killed that dude. Everybody's pretty much done there. We can end the battle. Okay. So yeah, took a slight bit of damage on our Chaos Warriors, Tamurkhan, Plague Bears. Toads were already a little bit damaged, and this guy actually gained health from that battle. Lost 40, not too bad. What I like to do on this first battle is get the army replenishment rate. Just keeps us nice and tip-top for the next battle. Even though the next battle's not very hard, I like to preserve my army as much as possible. Yeah, first quest is done. Next mission is going to be taking out the Gallows Tree. Oh, we can start with our tech tree as well. We'll start with this one. This just gives us a heal on all of our armies in 2 turns. Very nice to have. Tamurkhan's got a level. What I like to do is start with Route Marcher. Might not be optimal, but I always, pretty much with every single lord, I start with Route Marcher and Inspiring Presence to start getting into the red line here. And the blue line, I typically prioritize last. Like, I'll typically get what I want out of the red line. Typically, I'll get this entire line, the yellow line first, which makes your lord himself better. And I'll get this whenever I can. In terms of priority, I would say this is highest priority, this line. And then what you want out of your army, so the red line, and then yellow line. That may be incorrect, that might not be optimal, but I've found that that's the best way that I've found to play. Third priority being Route Marcher and these guys. Sometimes you do want to go for this first for Lightning Strike. Lightning Strike is very powerful, as you can see. If you hover Lightning Strike, doesn't look too great from the beginning, but once you get to the third one here, you can Lightning Strike battles when reinforcements are present. So that basically means if you are fighting an army that has backup, a backup army, or a city, or reinforcements, you can just attack the army that you're trying to attack with Lightning Strike.
My power waxes!
Yeah, that will get us to this next battle here. And I made the mistake of, these are your plagues.
Corpses for the corpse spies!
We can create a plague right now. And it would help us out with defeating this army and the army that we just took out. Not this army, city and the army that we just took out, but you're also kind of robbing yourself of your first development tree, which you do want to get this going on your first turn. At least one of these. I think with Tamurkhan and his boost to non-demonic units, you kind of want to get this one going, the one in the middle. Because that gives you access to Chosen eventually. And yeah, Chosen of Nurgle, Chaos Warriors of Nurgle are really good too. That's what you're going to be prioritizing. Is this one right here with Tamurkhan. It's different for other lords, like Kugath buffs these guys a little bit better. And both. This is a good option for both. I would say this is second priority for any legendary lord that you start as Nurgle. Chaos Warhounds and Furies are not really good units, but the Plague Toads are pretty solid with Nurgle, at least in my opinion. I like them. They may not be the best units to use, and you know, there are better cavalry units that you can recruit, but for a starting kind of sort of cavalry unit, I think they're pretty damn good. They do take a decent amount of damage for just being, they're just anti-infantry and they have armor piercing, so you don't want to use them against like other cavalry, but they do really good at mixing up other infantry units and disrupting formation. So I'm not going to get this in this city, in the plains of, oh, I can say this, Zanvajin. But we're going to get it in the gallows tree. So let's go to the gallows tree and fight this battle manually. Before we get into it, Marauders, nothing really to worry about too much with Marauders. Even the Spearmen, nothing really to worry about. Just don't send your larger units into the Marauder Spearmen. So, for instance, I mean, your Rot Knights can take them, your Plague Ogres can take them, but they will take less damage if you just have the Plague Bearers or the Chaos Warriors take care of the Marauder Spearmen. The Hunters, again, ranged units. Horsemen, range units as well. Hybrid range units, I guess you could say. Better as range units, but I don't wait, those guys. I haven't really used Norska too much, so I'm not like the expert on Norska, but yeah, the horsemen are sort of hybrid ranged and cavalry units. Better as like ranged harassed units. At least that's how I understand them, and that's how I deal with them when I'm attacking them. So for this battle, we've got Marauders there, Marauders there, Marauders there. There's the Spearmen right in the middle, Hunters, and Horsemen. So let's go. Let's get some control groups going. I always like to do this because it makes my life easier, kind of looking at my units. There's these guys, put them in a group like that, and if you group them like that, you see how I put the Plague Bearer in between my two Chaos Warriors. If you click that control group, so for instance 2, and then set them up on the battlefield, it should, unless it's going to make me crazy talk, Chaos Warriors, Plague Bearers, Chaos Warriors. It should set them up like you have them on your unit cards here. Pestigores, we'll use them as kind of like a flanking unit. They are... Your Pestigores have a speed of 38, and these guys have speeds of 27, 28. So they are heavier infantry. The Pestigores go a little bit quicker. So we'll put them over here on the side. These guys will not chase after them. And our Rot Knights, you can kind of see we're at an upward incline, which is not the best way to be attacking, but our Rot Knights are pretty damn strong. I mean, that's, you know, a later tier unit, especially at this stage in the game. So we can use those to engage the horsemen. Even though the horsemen are faster than us, they're not really going to go I mean, they don't really have anywhere to go where they're at right now. Same deal with the hunters. Our Plague Ogres may take some damage from some range shots from the hunters right here, but we're going to heal all that back for the most part anyway, because we're Nurgle. Plague Toads, again, leave them in the back. We don't need to do anything with them in this battle, so just leave them in the back. The Beast of Nurgle, same deal. You can really leave him in the back too if you really want to. I don't see a point in using him in this battle. It would just be better to have them hang back and regain health rather than take any damage whatsoever. Tamurkhan, I usually have him reinforce these guys, but it's not really necessary, so let's have him back up the Plague Ogres just for a little change. We can actually put the Plague Ogres in Group 1 and 2. Group 1 as well. This is a better way to phrase that. Because their speeds are pretty similar. These guys are going to be a little bit slower because of the terrain. That's okay. The only advantage the horsemen have on this right now, as you can see, hovering their card. See, if you hover their card, the Rot Knights, and then hover over this unit, you can see what advantages they have against you. And the only thing that they have against us is speed. Speed can be a big factor sometimes, especially for a ranged harass unit, but in the position that they're in, against this wall, and against their other units, they're not going to do much. So we'll start the battle. Our infantry. Oops.
Warriors of Nurgle!
Just start pushing them up.
Filth shall prevail!
They're going to fan out a little bit, and that's fine. It's kind of what we want them to do. Beast Nurgle, yeah, don't use that. And the Rot Knights can start going. And Control Group 1 can start going Tamurkhan and his ogres. I always like to start charging right outside of their range, just to see if they decide, the AI decides to be a little bit weird and start, I don't know, shooting at us early. Usually they don't. Usually they just reform quite a bit and kind of derp out and try to figure out what to do. For instance, I've never seen the horsemen do this. This is kind of a new thing that I've seen that the horsemen are doing, which is fine. Still easy to deal with. We'll use the Rot Knights to take out the hunters here while we have opportunity. These are large units, but I think we can take these spearmen pretty easily, so we'll go ahead and do that. These guys can all run in. Estigors can run
Tamurkhan!
and we've pretty much just taken out those guys. So we'll do Rot Knights up ahead.
Tamurkhan!
Tamurkhan can use desolation to use damage on this. And we'll use our Rot Knights to and go into their zones, because they are pretty large. So they're going to do really well against the horsemen.
Sickly torment!
Charge them in here.
Ready to defy it! Record sound!
Ogres are taking some damage, so we're going to pull them in.
Here we go!
Kind of bad.
This way!
So you gotta
Thundering
a
forward!
couple times. Really
Off
bad.
we go!
Now that those guys are running here, just send this guy over here. He's not going to take damage from them.
I'll say so!
All of those guys are out.
Getting
Because
done!
that's what ogres like to do, is cycle charge.
Nurgle's favor!
Tamurkhan, you can kind of
Warriors of Nurgle!
leave him behind. Everybody else, just this so campaign super tight. And use our Rot Knights to cycle charge. Same thing with these guys. Just send up any units here because they are actually routed. Let's see, this guy's really good. He's got a massive. The plague codes don't. And we can slow everybody else down as well. Just because the zone ability speeds, slows down the speed of your enemies and their charge speed.
We are the plague!
Rot Knights are out, so back in for charge. Control
You
Group 2,
trinity for
send
all!
those guys in.
Cleveland contaminate!
And same deal, you just want to get as many kills as possible at this point, get as much XP as you can out of all of these units, enemy units. See, they just melted those guys. That's good. Even the Beast of Nurgle is getting some experience here. Those guys are pretty much on the battlefield. We can slow him down here. And now it looks like our Plague Ogres took, you know, a decent amount of damage here. We can actually send these guys in here too and slow them down. And let's go help them out too. May as well get as much XP out of this battle as we can. Because with Tamurkhan, the biggest threat you're going to be facing, especially in the early game, is going to be... what's his name? The Dragon Ogre guy. I forget his name. We'll check it after this. Kolek. Kolek's Sun Eater is going to be the biggest problem for you in this campaign. Okay, so we lost 2 dudes. Our Plague Ogres are basically back to full health after sitting in this garrison for this turn. They're going to be full health. So yeah, pretty successful first turn, I would say. We're going to occupy this.
Take the town for
province. And that's going to give us our first chieftain, which is Kazakh. Kazakh? Yeah, that's how you say his name. We're going to recruit him. He's a beast. We want him as soon as possible. He's basically like a super rot knight. So we'll just go ahead and put him in our army. And yeah, the biggest mistake you can make in this stage of the campaign is using your infections to create a cultist and infect the first army that you fight. You can deal with that first army super easily. There's no reason to create a plague and debilitate them. You can do it all on your own with Tamukhan and your starting army, especially
Yes, more and more.
Tamurkhan here. We got a potion of toughness. That's not bad. We can slap that on him just for now. Sometimes you get the Talisman of Preservation, which is 16% ward save right off the bat. I've gotten that like 2 or 3 times in this campaign. Right off the bat, and that's huge. Just makes you a beast right away. We've got 2 skill points in here. We'll just go bam, training and Blade Master. That's pretty good for Kazakh. Legendary hero. He's got some pretty good starting equipment here. What else can we do? We could get Nurglings right now, but I really don't see the point of Nurglings in this campaign. I've played Kugath, and they do have a little bit more application in Kugath's army, in my opinion, but in Tamurkhan's, I really just don't see the point of recruiting those guys. Can't get any of those yet. So yeah. Typically I wait to get this till the gallows tree, but Kolek's been so aggressive lately in the newest patch that I think we're gonna get it here. We also don't have that many important things to build right now. I mean, it'd be nice to get this, obviously. It'd be nice to get that. And we have this in the gallows tree right now. The gallows tree will grow pretty quick, so no reason to worry about that right now. Let's just go ahead and get this. Use our infections on that. And we're at 125. So we're at a decent amount of infections already. I think we're going to be fine to face Kolek at about turn 10, 11. What we're going to do, though, is, even though I said they're pretty useless, let's just go ahead and pick up all of these Nurglings. And what I like to do is just consolidate them so you don't have to heal them too much. They're going to be fully healed by next turn, As you can see, that yellow means that they are going to be fully healed by next turn. Whatever you see in the yellow next to the green in the health bar is what you're going to heal. We could consolidate our toads, but I like having 2 units of toads just in case, and we're going to be walking over to the floating mountain here, so we're going to have a little bit of time before these guys are fully healed. Let's go ahead and put our commandment down. I like to start with this one, even though the control and growth is nice, but we can always change it. So for now, let's just get our infections up. That way, if Kolick does anything weird, we have time. So yeah, that is the first turn. Let's check out our relations.
Impossible!
This is who we're at war with. He's got like 2 settlements in this province down here, I think. Let's check it. Yeah, he's got 2 settlements in this province. The Challenge Stone and the Flesh Greeters, this ogre faction. That's going to get taken out by Kolick. Either this turn or next turn. I'm not sure how quick it happens. But yeah, Kolick is your biggest priority, especially in the beginning of the game. That's what kind of makes or breaks this campaign. The short victory is taking out Kolick, who is the Heralds of the Tempest, Grimgor, who can be a pain in the ass, and Goldtooth, who I find to be not that hard to deal with, honestly. Especially with Kasich the Befouled and your chieftains. You're going to be killing a lot of what he needs for your fealty to go up. You're going to be creating plagues at that point. You're going to have a lot of infections to create plagues. You're going to be defeating Warriors of Chaos, Khorne, Slaanesh Siege, or Norska, especially Norska and Warriors of Chaos in the beginning of the campaign. So you're going to get his fealty up pretty quick, and you're going to get to those Rot Knights pretty quick, and they are anti-large. They regenerate. They're just really good units. So I really don't think the ogres are too big of a deal, because, you know, ogres are that's a basically all large army. Other than the goblins that they have, Noblars, whatever they're called. I think it's Noblars in the ogres army. They get Noblar trappers and Noblar spears and Noblar whatever you call it. Switch out the nicotine patch.
Nurgle's plagues are my heralds, and the worthy have heard my call.
Wants us to recruit a unit from the Chieftains panel. You can always check your quests here. As a horde. Capture 2 provinces, and we will do that pretty soon. We could go full march stance and get into their territory, but I usually like to go to the edge of my territory here. That way, your plague toads get a little bit more health before you take on the mountain.
It was promised.
Just a preference thing. I mean, you can really push it.
No respite. Keep moving.
Go up this way. I mean, you know what? Just try out something new. Let's do it. Let's go.
Our plague is spread.
And at this point, turn 2, I like to recruit another lord, because you can see, if you choose the infections, which one do we have? yeah, infections and the Nurgle corruption, which reduces the undivided corruption. If you choose that, you don't get the control and the growth that you normally would get if you pick this one, which may be the optimal one. I'm not exactly sure. So what I like to do at this point in the campaign is recruit an additional lord. I like a Herald of Nurgle because I like to turn them into exalted Great Unclean Ones, I think they're called. So we've got intelligent, spell intensity is good, character experience gain, hero self-defense. That's pretty damn good. Casualty replenishment rate, spell resistance armor. I think I like this guy the most. The casualty replenishment rate is huge because that factors into recruitment. So usually they give you a little bit more control when you recruit them, but
I will bring the taint of Nurgle
that's
to
okay.
them.
He'll get a bonus to getting more control over time just sitting between these two.
The tide of Nurgle
We
will
can't
roll over
recruit
this
anything
land.
quite yet. I think it takes a couple turns before we can use this. So
There's an action for
that's
all.
pretty much all we can do for this turn. That just gives you his info for this guy. And then you can start to recruit these guys once Kazakh is aligned. So you have to get all 7 of his fieldy points before you can start recruiting the other ones, which is fine. You really
No
only
man
need
can kill
Kazakh
me. It was
at the beginning
promised.
of the campaign. We'll go again and turn. The first turn is really, in this campaign at least, is where you can make the most mistakes. So what I just showed you is the optimal way, at least in my opinion,
For may the hosts will be strengthened
turn.
once they kneel before me.
We've got fecundity, which is a great starter to have.
The cities of the Empire, such
Go
jewels
back
of
to our normal
conquest.
stance, and we can take the floating mountain here. Let's go ahead and pick our next technology. That's pretty good. That's good too, but we won't need that for some time. Also, that's good. Also won't need that for some time. I like to choose this one first because you're going to recruit a decent amount of infantry to start out with. The faction ones, +1 control is good, especially in the beginning of the campaign, and the line of sight for settlements is good too. You know, usually I go this one, but just to see how much of a difference it makes, let's go this one.
Virulence, lethality, contagion.
So now we're starting to get some stability here
Was I once man, or
in
always a maggot?
this area.
matters
I don't
not.
think you can recruit anything yet. We need some turns to kind of recruit an area. So we will take the floating mountain.
Crush them.
Same garrison as we had in the last battle. Yeah, and we're pretty much just gonna fight it the exact same way we did before. Okay. I didn't really realize this, but it says they are a good match against the hunters and the horsemen. So are our pestigores.
Virulent warfare!
So we're gonna go with
Tamurkhan! Bring us
ogres and Tamurkhan.
reconcile!
That's a group. The rock knights. That's a group.
For the mother
Warriors and the plague bearers.
For the wretches!
Everything else, you can group if you want to. If you like to be OCD and group everything, I'm only semi-OCD, so I group what I think is the core of my army. Beast of Nurgle, to be best suited, taking out the core of their army, the Marauders, essentially. We don't want that going against the Spearmen.
For the mother
So let's go like this. Yeah. Those guys there. These guys on the outside.
Tamurkhan!
These guys. Okay. These guys on the out flank.
Tamurkhan!
Warriors and Tamurkhan in the middle kind of outflank. And the pestigores can kind of hang out over. Well, let me. There we go. Pestigores can hang out over here. And they will be basically our other flank, along with these guys. Beast of Nurgle. Why don't we just have that back up? Just in case. They're armor piercing. They have poison and magical attacks. So, I mean, the Marauders do have armor because they are shielded, but it's not much. It's only 15, so that's, you know, nothing too much to worry about. Nerdlings, same thing as the Plague Toads. Just hang out because we don't really want you guys getting damaged too much. Again, just preserving our army because we know that Kolek is coming up eventually. So only take damage with what you need is my philosophy. So I'll start the battle. We start pushing up with control group 3. Pestigores, push them there. They might chase the Pestigores because they're getting a little bit close into their aggro range.
Tamurkhan! Bring rot! Make war! Leading the way!
There,
Forward, host!
you guys are faster, so we'll push you guys here. I always start with my slowest units. Yep, see, we're starting to kind of wonder what the Pestigores are doing, kind of chase after them a little bit. We are faster than the Marauders, so if they do continue to chase us, which I don't think they will, they're kind of just reforming. You can kind of, you know, keep running away from Pestigores and they'll fuck off eventually. These guys don't want to back off, so just kind of hang out there. Forgot about this dude. He can come up, even though he's not really necessary for this fight.
Yeah!
And now that we are here, a little bit long with these guys, because they can start to shoot us, so let's get out of there. Let's get out of their range. Okay, or let's just hit them. And then you guys can hunters, you there, and the Pestigores on the flank there. And to support the Pestigores, they're kind of the weakest unit in the army right now. We'll go with that.
Alright!
And then we've taken out the horsemen pretty much already. So, we're going to
Making corpses! Blessings of decay!
Should have used that anyway, but it's not really that big of a deal this early in the campaign, especially on normal difficulty. You guys just hang out.
Hungry!
Rot Knights. That is it. We're gonna use them to just run down what's left. Those Knights. Those guys are pretty slow. Guys that can stay back. Finish off this one. Rot Knights can go and deal with those hunters. And speed them. Maybe they'll catch them before they get there. Let's see. Yep. Will they kill them though? Maybe, maybe not. You've killed everything. When it ends just like that, you've killed everything. So the horsemen are the only ones that have a little bit of health left. They got off the battlefield, I think, before we killed everything. We didn't lose really any health on that. Which is good. That's how you want it to be. Rot Knights are unit rank 3 at this point. Those guys are 2. Our infantry is all rank 1, which is good. That's what we want to see. We'll occupy this. I guess no, occupy it. Not only stabilize this. It'll give us some infections. Maybe that's the way to go. I always just occupy it, but let's try looting and occupying.
Take everything, but these Nurgle's gifts.
Fuck it, we're trying out new things.
You are
This guy is recruiting already,
Tamukhan.
which is fine. It's usually what he does at this point. Can't really summon anything until 2 more turns.
Master of hope.
And repair this building. And this one's always tempting, but what I like to do is go for this one. Especially after that. When we just destabilize the control quite a bit. This will give us infections and control. And that way we're going to be kind of weaker than Kolek's army when we get to Kolek. Because he has already taken the challenge zone. I don't think we have the sight to see that if he is in here already or not. But he probably is. Can't see the garrison.
Desolation for all!
Only have 1 dominance. So that's...
By rot and sword!
And honestly, I'm not too big of a fan of chariots in this game in general. It would be nice to just get like another unit in the army, but I think we're fine for now. Go ahead and level up the big boy. Weapon strength 10% is not going to be too great for us right now, but we kind of have a hodgepodge of different units in this army at the moment. So maybe that's the way to go. I usually like to prioritize the red line, and with Tamurkhan, I like to prioritize whatever I'm going to be using most in the army, since he gives buffs to non-demonic units. I like to go this one. Just makes our non-demonic guys a lot more tanky. and some of our demonic units a little bit more tanky. This one's good too, because it makes our Rot Knights do a little bit more damage and have a bit more charge bonus. The other good one is, I think, this one, because we're going to be getting plagued toad dragons. But yeah, let's change things up and try that and just see how much of an impact it has.
Truly blessed
I
am
don't think
I.
it's going to do too much, especially against Kolek, because he's a pain in the ass. This guy's okay right here. He's going to be giving us reinforcements. This starts generating us some units. We'll get some Marauders from him, which aren't great, but they're going to help out, especially in the early game. And pretty soon, we're going to have a decent amount of infections. 200 is what you need to cultist or infect your own army, which I like to summon a cultist and infect Kolek's army because it gives me a little buffer time to prepare to fight him and let him suffer like attrition and take damage and what have you. So this guy doesn't need to move. We actually want him there to keep up the control. Is it making a difference? It doesn't matter if he's in that city or not, control-wise. But we'll just keep him in place for the hell of it. Actually, let's pull him out because we can one turn. And that's the tricky thing with Nurgle, is you need to kind of turtle up a little bit and be defensive rather than full out offensive in the beginning of the game. Tamurkhan.
I cannot be swayed. I am not sworn to you.
So they're going to have 12 units by the time we get to them.
Warlord and conqueror.
And as you can see, it takes a while for our Plague Toads to get to full health after recruiting them.
Find a way or make one.
You heal a little bit more in a garrison rather than not, but I mean, they'll be almost full health by the time we get to this location, so we can get another level on this guy. I always like to get melee defense, makes him take less damage, makes him stay in fights for longer, keeps him a bit tankier. Especially in the early stage of the campaign, where that's very necessary. What can he do? He can assault their units. Even with I almost never use hero abilities because they always seem to backfire. Maybe that's just my luck. Some people might see it. So yeah, some people might see it differently, but that's just how it tends to go for me. Can't recruit anything yet. We'll get this guy to the edge and give Tamurkhan units as fast as possible when they are able to recruit, which will be the next turn. And by the next turn, we will be able to infect either ourselves or an enemy army. Kolek is actually not here, which is a good thing.
Favored of Nurgle.
So we'll just hang here. He might come back to that settlement on this turn if he's dealt with the orcs that he's at war with, but we shall see. Yep, so now we can create defeat a plague. Got a little bit more control going on, so this will start to jump up in our favor. We're gonna get more Nurgle corruption. Looking good on that front. We'll go ahead and grab these 2 Marauder units. And that's all we can get right now. Not mistaken. We can't afford it. Okay. So,
Hand of rot!
I cannot be swayed.
Electrabomb!
Doesn't look like Kovik's there still, so that's good. We can jump in and attack this. Again, we'll want to fight this manually. We could auto-resolve it, but I think we'll take more damage on the auto-resolve. This guy is a spellcaster. A metal swordcaster. Metal spellcaster. So that's going to be a little bit more dodging on our part, because fire spellcasters usually miss with fireball. That's okay. We can deal with that. So they've got horsemen on each side.
That'll do! Son of Nurgle!
Tamurkhan and
Share your infections!
ogres.
Bringer of
Tamurkhan
desolation!
good against the horsemen. Nope, both of them.
Maggot Lord!
So we'll put those on the flank. Kazakh and the Latlites.
For the wretches!
That on the other flank. And the horsemen are going to be the biggest priority for these guys.
Warriors of Nurgle!
Yeah, I still think that we're gonna want to keep the Nurglings out of this. The plague toads we can actually use this time. So let's go the Axe Warriors down this side. Pestigors and Plague Bears down that side. Go over there. Just to keep these guys grouped and aligned with sanity. We'll keep them over here. So the only thing we have to worry about are these spearmen, really. The Marauder spearmen. Those guys are going to be the only problem that we have. And yeah, they're going to be good against our plague toads and the beast warrior. So let's put a unit of plague toads over here and another one over here. Marauders are going to be good against the plague toads. Alright, we'll switch them up because this one is a little bit more alive than the other one. So we'll start it up. Nurglings are right there, so that's good.
Let a million maggots bloom.
Our guys up.
Cloven ones.
Same deal
For
here.
your shine.
You guys. There. Ogres.
Bring rot. Make war. And you, Lucas.
Toads up here. Toads. Put them up a little bit. There's Nurgle. Start pushing it up. Infantry here, then reform a little bit. Yeah, he's kind of bugging out because he doesn't know what to do. Nurglings, I mean, I do want them to get some experience, so just kind of throw it to a flank, I guess. Yeah, there is no going around that, so we're just going to have to take them on, which is fine. Plague Bearers of Nurgle. They're going to be good against pretty much everything. Kind of fan out a little bit.
Guided by chaos.
They obviously have more infantry than us, but that's fine.
Reckon so.
Toads can move on.
Tamurkhan. Force.
I didn't dodge that in time, that's my bad. The squares took a little bit of damage, but they're fine. That's a good opportunity for us to strike. You guys go.
Blind of distraction.
Toads, back it up. Shot him. And a horseman.
Oh, say so. Crush and bleed.
Then we get the horseman. You guys go here. You guys go here. This was. Try to go for that. That should be good.
Nurgle's favorite. When do we eat?
Pull the rockets. The next unit, horsemen, probably the smartest.
Make it torture! The cycle continues! Plague and filth! Let there be butchery!
These plague toads,
Saucy! Thunder in full! The plague lords have maggots strewn path! Spread Nurgle trap! Rapture fresh! Warriors of Nurgle! All shall die! Sickly torment!
what he does,
Fierce flash!
that, these plague toads.
Glorious mutilation!
Back up.
Serve the Great Father! Move! Where the fly your commands! Close up a sheep! The crow brings death! Fierce flash!
Everybody should heal pretty well. At least off this battle. We just keep running them down, get more XP. Go for these guys. Kill that one. Single marauder there. Kill that single marauder there. Oh, is he not dead yet? Okay. Any more heals, so we can just have them. And yeah, we did take some Searing Dooms, but most of our army is pretty intact. The Pestigors took the most damage, which is fine. Everybody got some levels for the most part. Obviously, except for the Nurglings, we didn't use them. And I think we'll just occupy this one because we do have enough infections to create a plague, so we don't need to loot and occupy and destabilize this place.
Settle here, your eyes and ears.
That faction is done for.
Tamurkhan!
Now we can recruit the Forsaken, but I don't really like Forsaken. I don't find them super useful. Causes fear. Yeah, I don't really think that's worth recruiting. I think the Marauders are going to be a better bet for us. So we'll just have this guy. To here. That way he can put the Marauders in Tamurkhan's army next turn. That way we'll have a decent army by next turn. Excuse me. Tamurkhan could use a little bit of melee defense, and 12 melee defense would be huge. So we'll just do that. Even though I think it's better to buff up your army before your lord. Right now I think that's the move. Kazakh. same deal. I think more melee defense for you would be better. Growth is nice. That's okay. Yeah, let's do this.
Sweeter still the blessings of Nurgle.
Now we could get some chariots, but I don't really think chariots are super useful. I would rather save up for the Rot Knights that we'll get. Yeah, eventually. We have to get aligned to get that. And I don't see Kolek, which is concerning and also kind of nice. Maybe he's going for this first. Because if we're quick, we can just take out this. I hate settlement battles, so I probably will auto-resolve this, but these guys will probably be healed up enough to not take too much damage on an auto-resolve. Yeah, especially for a siege battle, I don't think that chariots are going to benefit us too much. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, we already have one of those buildings. That's the only one that can get to tier 3. Some income would be good, so let's do that. Okay, yeah, we'll go from there. I think Kolek had his turn. No, he is either in there or on his way there. No, it's not Kolek. He has another lord.
Warlord and Conqueror.
Which is kind of better for us. Because this is what we're going to do. You go to Tamurkhan. You put these guys in his army. I don't really like Forsaken, but that's really all we have to recruit right now, so we'll take them.
Desolation for all!
Tamurkhan cannot really do anything else right now. So we will create a plague. Attrition's gonna be nice. Having them lose out on melee defense is going to be nice, and melee attack. We'll summon a cultist. And this guy.
I shall sow
next turn. Causing them some significant debuffs.
No! Master of Hosts!
You can set the settlement and not recruit anything. Okay. Can't really rush the cycle quite yet, but we are getting 25 infections per turn. That's going to give us a good head start onto the next one, which will be Marauders with great weapons and another Forsaken unit, which Forsaken or whatever, but
yearn for
Marauders will be able that'll be decent to use. And when we outclass them with Chaos Warriors, we can put the Marauders
Let
into
this world
guy's
turn to
army.
filth.
And he's actually a spellcaster, so we are going to want to follow the collective
Scores maggots.
just to have a little bit of
Beauty to
background.
chaos.
Yeah, I really don't see the point in getting chariots, especially for an upcoming siege battle. That
My
we're-
life shortens. My soul sings.
So that's good. We'll keep that going like that. So yeah, that guy fucked off and doesn't want any of the smoke. Oh, and now we have more infections, which is good.
Maggot Lord.
I'm tempted to
I'm afraid the taint of
this
Nurgle's around.
area here, but I kind of...
March till we
Let's use him to
bliss
scout a little
up.
bit. Okay, so Kolik's here. Almost
Absolutely
got a whole
not.
army. That's a little bit spooky, but
Hang
it's okay.
of rot.
Cultist of the Fly Lord.
You conquests.
Easily. Decisive victory. I'm gonna auto-resolve this because I hate siege battles.
Fall upon their minds.
That's good.
A sight for fox and conquest.
That's very good.
Everything rots.
Okay, so we need 400 to do that.
Electrable.
And so we can build this up.
Favored of Nurgle.
And they may seem a little bit boring, but we're just gonna want to sit here.
Crusade.
We're gonna hold this.
Cleanliness.
That's a good item for him. He's got a skill point. Making fully part of the hit.
Nurgle's champion.
Yeah, we have enough of those in our army right now that I think this is what we're gonna want to go with for the time being. And then we'll fill that out and then get the bonus for the Rot Knights here. Chaos Knights of Nurgle are okay too, but I mean, with Tamurkhan, you really would just want to go with Rot Knights, especially
These dead hands value them.
fuckface Kazakh in your army.
Father's
Back
love.
these guys next turn and start to work on
Disease.
yeah,
Death.
this part of the map here. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, can't recruit anything. That's fine. That dude can hang out. What level is he? He's level 10.
Bring up Rictus, son of the sickly winds.
We'll go with the build here just because there's really nothing else good to build at the moment. Rot Knights, Chaos Knights. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll go with that.
Master of hosts.
We'll set a commandment of... What commandment do I want here? Let's do that. And how's this looking? Pretty decent so far. Just to get another unit now that we've taken that. I know I said these guys suck. But we'll grab that.
Manifold. Yes, yes. More and more.
Okay, so we got our dominance back. We've got a little bit more cash to work with now.
I pray his rot will take me.
Yeah. That seems like a good move so far. We'll heal up a pretty decent amount from this. And kind of go from there. Those guys, yeah, he's gonna back up. What's his name? Now that I know where he is, I'm just gonna use this cultist to...
Let this world turn.
Okay, so took all those guys out. +5, that's good for us. And we need 3 provinces.
Disease liberates. They will wail and suffer.
And we're just gonna sit where we're at for a little bit until we're healed up. Melee attack for all non-demonic infantry units. That helps out the demonic ones. Okay. Charge bonus for Cav. Let's beef up our non-demonic infantry for now.
Virulence, lethality, contagion.
This guy can probably
Favored of Nurgle.
do it with Oleg. Those guys.
I am Lord of Hosts.
Now we've got a full
and
staff
demand more.
in Tamurkhan's army. I said Kolek. That's not Kolek, that's Tamurkhan.
I yearn for Earthfather's
Um,
pestilent touch.
Yeah, these are armor piercing. Kolek, what do you
Not
think?
ever.
I guess we'll see once this guy infects
A
him.
crusade against cleanliness.
Desolation for all.
Just sit, man. Just sit for now.
Good.
Yeah. What's his name? Archeon is looking pretty strong right now. Kind of
Lord, all is well.
Grimgor, always
What you
strong.
want?
Scary. Okay.
Each new leash is nothing.
Grimgor does not like what do you call those guys? Trails of the Tempest, Kolek.
Never.
He's already got his legendary weapon.
May my wounds turn putrid.
I don't think we get ours for a while. Blackkeep, yeah, until 17. We
Let
are
this
losing
world
money a little
turn
bit, but that's okay.
Hang of rot.
Yeah, it's fine. Because this guy is costing
His fetid embrace.
Yeah. Once we use the plague on this guy,
Pray
we'll start
for the
losing money.
fetid blessings for you.
I mean, not a lot. But some money. Okay, Kolek's coming closer, so that's good.
No. Absolutely not.
Everything rots. A pox to cripple.
So bam, he is infected with the plague now. We are in the green, which is good. They are suffering attrition. And now we can see some of their units. He's got some warhounds, which those shouldn't really be a problem. The warriors, halberds, anti-large. That's going to be a semi-problem. This guy's going to be a problem. Kolek for sure is a problem. cannons. The hell cannons. Those are not going to be good for us to deal with. I don't really have anything fast that can deal with those. Maybe the chariots? He's also got some other units on the way. I guess we'll see once he gets closer to us. We can bring this guy into the sphere of influence, and that will help us reinforce ourselves a little bit. What do we got?
Rigor of Rictus!
I could rush the cycle and recruit a couple more units. But we're already low on cash.
Maggot Lord!
No, I think we're good. I think we're good for now. I think we just want to chill out and turn and let him suffer attrition for a little bit longer, because he is down a unit. He was at 20, now he's at 19 from taking that. And they have another. Where's Saber Mountain? This way, maybe? I think he is gonna come for us. But we want to heal up and then attack him rather than... Yeah, okay, he's gonna come attack us anyway. And he's raiding.
Maggots! Master of Hosts!
It's pretty even right now, and this dude... They've got a regiment
Absolutely
down.
not!
They're suffering attrition. He's got 2 turns on that. So we could make him suffer attrition a little bit longer and then attack him. That's the smart thing to do. That way we're fully healed. This guy. Let's rush that, because we're gonna want a couple more units.
Warlord and Conqueror!
Chaos Warriors are gonna be really nice. Pescadors are gonna be nice. And look it, let's take those 2. It's gonna put us in a deep money hole. But we do want these guys in this army. We can take out a unit of Nurgles for those guys.
Son of the sickly wings! Electrable!
They still need to heal up a little bit. And he's raiding. So that's part of our income that we're lacking right now.
We spread like moths, handle blood.
Ooh, okay, so he's attacking us. If we auto-resolve, it will kill his entire army, but we will lose the Marauders with great weapons. And honestly, I can live with that.
Enemy only flesh and fluid. What can break them?
But I don't think Tamurkhan got his defeat tree. I think our other lord did. to stay alive for a little bit longer. Big spread. We have this guy got
Favored of Nurgle.
not Tamurkhan.
Nurgle's champion.
You, this guy. Which is okay. We want Bullet to stay alive a little bit longer. That way,
Master of
Tamurkhan
House.
straight 2. Now,
Eat death. Life.
what's his name? This guy. Put the Nurgle back in Tamurkhan's army. And
Maggot Lord.
it's gonna take a minute for Kolek to come back to life.
Bring it up,
So now would be a
Rictus.
good time to take his other settlements.
By the way, I'll make one.
Our dudes are down a little
These
bit.
ogreish limbs slow to my command.
And then put this guy
Dead
down.
weight does not always have
Is
use.
there anything else we could do right now? The Pestigores and this Forsaken would be a little bit too much on the income. And Kolek's dealt with for the moment. Put the Relic Sword on. Armor on you. Speed and charge bonus for all units is pretty damn good. That's good too. Yeah, let's go with that. Man, this guy got a lot off of that. Now, Spellcaster Lords, I typically prioritize the spells in their armies. Stream of Corruption is pretty good. Is that the heal? No. Fleshy Abundance is the heal. Yes. Okay. This is healing when casting. And what does this do again? Okay, that's what Kazakh has, but as a spell and not as an active ability. So let's do this.
Brings corruption.
And he can sit in this moment. What else? What else do we do? It's not gonna be good. Normally I prioritize these buildings, the resource buildings, but with Nurgle, it feels more beneficial to prioritize other things. So that more infections is good. Oh, and there's landmark building here. Let's get some more income going. Or those are demonic units. These are Bile Trolls. Bile Trolls good? Okay, not really my favorite units. Monstrous Infantry, but I do like Plague Toads. I think income's more important right now, so we'll just go with that. Even though we can't cap it out, that's going to take a while. Those guys are totally neutral. He's totally neutral, so we don't have to worry about them attacking us. Yeah. I think we're looking pretty good. Kazakh attack is almost aligned, so we've almost got our next dude.
From men come corpses.
Honestly, probably
From
just
corpses come
repeat.
maggots. You summon me, little mortal. I will feast
He's
on
only
your
got his
son.
2 settlements, which is good. That's what we want to see. That has no garrison, and they're infected. We'll take Lizard Cave first, because it'll just be easier. And if Grimgor starts to fuck with us, then, well, we'll do what we can.
Peer down my gullet and see me truly.
You want a peace treaty? No. So now I have to take this before Grimgor does. You want to get Select's disease trait on your main lord,
Pay fealty to chaos. Son of the sickly wings.
or Colex rather. I mean, you want to get both of them, but we are not really in a position to fight.
Warlord and conqueror.
So we'll take
Rupture the
before
defenses.
Grimgor can get to it. Decisive victory. We could just. Grimgor's gonna back us up. We could just decide. Yeah, let's just do that.
Lay them to
Not really
waste.
taking any damage there. And yeah,
Take
just
everything,
hit our
but
effective
leave
middle
none
button.
of gifts.
We can repair these. Won't cost much. What does that give us? Okay.
Maggot Lord.
Now hopefully Grimgor will be smart enough to get the fuck out of here.
Truly
So that's
blessed am
gonna
I.
give all of our dudes a bit more melee defense. And I mean even our Marauders at 42 defense is pretty damn good. Forsaken at 34, 35. Yeah, we're looking pretty good so far. So I could tell him to fuck off, but I don't really want
It's
to. I
fighting
don't
time
think
and yammering
we're
time.
really
Looks like we're
on
gonna.
good terms with Grimgor right now. I just hope he doesn't take this.
Your demise is certain.
Yeah, he might too.
Desolation for
He
all.
have his army. Mangler squigs. Pump wagons. A whole lot of orc biggins. And their leadership is pretty good. And he's got a lot of heroes in his army. I don't
Hand of
have
rot.
Kazakh. But Kazakh's a beast. He could. No.
Gork's fist.
Balance of power kind of favors
Here trouble.
Grimgor in this fight. So let's grab these.
More drones for the fly god.
And let's do. Not this. Let's do this. Has two punishment, right? Melee defense. I mean, it's the one I typically do all the time in the beginning. But let's infect our own army with that. That's good. That's good stuff. New chieftains available. Tamurkhan is healing up these guys immensely, and we have, I mean, bombardment ability, a heal. I think we could probably take it now if we absolutely had to, but
Favorite of Nurgle.
I don't really want to fight him quite yet. What else can we do? Another Rot Knight unit. This guy we could recruit. Empire, Bretonia, Cathay, or Kislev. We're not really near them right now. Aspiring Champions, Dragon Ogres. Okay. Those would be nice to have, but not absolutely necessary right now. How about this? Yeah. I really don't know which one of these guys is the next best. I just know that Kazakh is a bad motherfucker and he's good to have in Tamurkhan's army. So 9, 4. Okay, let's buy these. Let's combine these.
Son of the sickly wings! Until our Dark Lord calls again! The hosts swell with the faithful!
We are losing a little bit of money now, but that's okay.
Warlord and Conqueror!
It's the way it goes with Nurgle in the beginning. I could get rid of the Pestivores. Maybe that's what I should have done. I really don't think it matters too much because we'll just go and take
Nurgle's
that.
champion!
That might spread to Grimgor.
Get
And if
out!
that happens, then we can just start taking on Grimgor. 5 turns for that is kind of ridiculous. Maybe this for now? Yeah, I'll take that.
Imbuing rot and ruin!
I could get another unit of chariots, but I don't really see the point of doing that. Sign of infections and control. Income.
Repulsive!
Nope.
Welcome back!
I think that's pretty good for now. Well, we're not going to get Kolek's defeat trait on Tamukhan, and that's okay. It's only a slight bonus versus large, which is fine. But now we're on to Grimgor, and he
Talk, cause my chopper Gitsnik
is a lot
wants
stronger.
to mash
Well, not a
ya.
lot, but he's decently stronger than us right now. So this is what I'm going to do.
Aye, desolation for all!
We're going to take...
Hand of rot! Favorite of Nurgle!
Let's level up first. That's just a straight up good one to have.
Maggot Lord!
I'm gonna leave that one on the other guy because having the income on him will increase our money elsewhere. And this will increase our money too. So let's do that. And then Tamurkhan. Click on him. Create a plague. Already did one. So we can't do one yet.
Warlord and Conqueror. Master of Hosts.
I think I could just wipe out this army with Tamurkhan. Would I get the garrison?
Rigor of Victus.
This guy doesn't. He wouldn't affect me too much. I would have to just do
Life,
it
death. Favored of Nurgle.
They're not healing right now. They're not really damaged. I kind of want to wait another turn and see if my plague will affect him. Quite a bit in this fight. Let's piss him off. Get the fuck out of here. Maybe that will, at least trigger him to
Maggot Lord.
start one with me.
I'm special.
This guy, I'm not too concerned about. The challenge stone, and it's shitty, but it's on. And this guy's got some spells. He's got a big boss, though. That would be a problem. Yeah. There's fucking haste, always. These guys are problems, but I have a decent amount of piercing in this army. These guys all have piercing. These guys are armor piercing. So is the Marauders. Magical attacks. They could be useful for. Like what? Anti-large armor piercing.
Son of the sickly winds.
Let's just see. Let's just see if we infect Gremlin. That's what I want to know next. Well, now he's in Force March, and I would be a fool to not take him out while he's in Force March. Especially if I can create a plague. He doesn't give a fuck about my
By rot and sword.
Let's just
Treading rotten paths.
in our territory for now. Stay in our lane.
The cities of the Empire. Such jewels of conquest.
He's trying to get to that other army.
Rigor of Victus. Was I once man, or always a maggot?
Man, it's a tough decision.
It matters not. Gorg's fist. Let's have you then.
He's
I'll
right.
hear what you say. so I can shove the words right back down your throat.
And they're gonna try to take out that army first, these guys. So, what's the move? I could go for it now. I could go for Brickmore now.
The tide of Nurgle will roll over this
Oh
land.
no, I couldn't. Fucked it up with my movement. Okay. So,
Gifts for the host.
this guy.
Passive.
Do anything for some reason, it's not gonna do much. I mean, it'd be cool with it. No, because I don't have that much.
No man can kill me.
I will have some more income in next turn.
I'll take the nation for all. Follow warriors.
Tamurkhan works. This guy has a full army. Not a full army, but almost a full army. And I can create a plague in one turn. And that
The
will
cities of the Empire,
So-
such jewels of the West.
go for it. Let's see what happens. Oh, they're both heading towards that dude. For an additional one. Okay. So there's more income. This is you. It's gonna put us in a hole to recruit both these guys.
Obey heaven.
Let's do it.
I will bring the taint of Nurgle to them.
Find them. Yeah, okay, let's have him hang out there.
Warlord and conqueror.
We're going to have to do it. Grimgor.
Back and ruin.
It's a pretty easy win against these guys. It's mainly just goblins. Yeah, let's fight it. It'll be safe for that. And before we fight it, I am going to grab another small cup of coffee so I can stay awake for a little bit longer. And I'll be back in 5-10 minutes. So yeah, if anyone's in here, for viewers, thanks for hanging out. Feel free to say something in chat. I will chat with you. And then yeah, we will continue this battle here momentarily. Go back to the Be Right Back screen. And I will put some tunes on for you guys. Bam. Be right back.